Hey, my brothers and sisters in Christ, thanks for tuning in. My name's Brian Stockard, and I've been moved to do something a little different than what I normally been doing because you know, this subject is on continue praying for the broken, and it kind of goes continue praying for those broken relationships. And what I mean by continue praying for the broken is those people in your life, whether something happened many, many years ago or something just recently happened, whether it was, something you done or something somebody else done in your life. And you could probably be dealing with the guilt or pain or anger and hurt still, whether how long it has been. But it's important that we continue to pray for those because we had a relationship going, we were building, and then something happened, a choice maybe we made or a choice maybe they made, and suddenly everything was broken. And who are these people I'm talking? Like I said, the people in your lives, people that you love, or if you want to say used to love. But in honesty, for example of myself, as I've been pressed to share this because I tend to continue to pray for those. Like some people that I hurt in the past and some people that I've been hurt by in the past. And because I still love them, I really still love them. There's the separation, and I won't go into details, but I want to keep those people, private, keep them personal. But I have a lot of love for them. And when I talk about the ones I hurt, is because of my mistakes I made that, there's a separation. And they are family. I will say that. They are family. And from this family, there is a lot of hurt, brokenness that no longer communicating with. And I'm not saying that we should pray as if, because this is the kind of love that I'm talking about. This is the prayer that we're not praying because we're hoping to have a relationship. And yet, I believe we would be hoping to have a new relationship. But the focus is that we're just praying because we love them so much. We're praying that we wish the best for them. We're praying that we want something, that we pray that they're safe. We're praying because what I am sharing with you is because even though I feel, and I'm not encouraging that I would get a hold of that person, or that person gets a hold of this video, and that they would see it, and that they were like, well, it sounds, no, that's not what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is, because you love them so much, you're expressing peace to them. Yes, you are. We're expressing peace. We want to show that in this prayer that we present, that we continue to pray, and if you want to do every day or once in a while, once in a week, but for me, it really does come out that I need to sit down and pray for that person. It really comes out that I need to, it can happen for some that happen in years. It comes out once in a while. Sometimes I go several days. And then for the ones that's recent, I would tend to go every day. And if I feel I have to, it'll go, you know, once in a while, every other day, maybe every week, every month. I don't know. It always depends on how it's being addressed. But Jesus encouraged us to learn to forgive, like to forgive who we hurt, not forgive them, but forgive ourselves for whom we hurt. And we learn to forgive that person who hurt us, just as we do in like the Lord's Prayer. Lord, forgive our debtors as we forgive those who have done wrong to us. Forgive our sin as we forgive those who sinned against us. It is kind of hard, but it's important. It really has become important to me that I continue to pray for those I love, those I lost, that are not in my life, those that turned away from me, those that went another direction, or because I actually went another direction. I pushed them away, but I never stopped thinking of them. I never stopped praying for them. And like I said, it's not because I'm praying that we can come together again. I'm praying because I want, for example, if there was a strife or a pain be happening between yourself and a parent, you're no longer talking. That's broken. If there's a pain that has happened, a broken relationship between yourself and a child, like your son or daughter, and it's broken, they don't want to talk to you. It's broken. Is there a pain between you and a spouse? You separated or divorced from your husband or wife? Same as you had a breakup between a girlfriend or a boyfriend, ex-girlfriend and boyfriend, and you loved them so dearly. Or you realized that you loved them, but you didn't love them as much as you should. And then you suddenly had a new love. You suddenly had a new love, especially when you come to learn about Christ and you have asked for forgiveness from Him, and He's been guiding you and turning you to the person, and you realize you're becoming like the man or woman that you were really meant. If I wish I was the father then that I wish I was today. I wish I was the husband then I wish I was that I am today. I wish I was the brother then that I wish I was the son. And that's the words coming out of my mouth. I wish I was the employee then that I am today. But the person you are today is the one who developed that great love. So don't dwell on what you could have been, but look at who you are now. It's interesting when I came across Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, and this is Jesus' famous, Sermon on the Mount in front of thousands of people. But this particular one that jumps out, where He's saying, "Blessed are the meek, blessed are the poor in spirit, blessed are the persecuted, blessed are the so and so." But this one jumps out. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. And even though He's for sons of God, same thing as daughters of God for women too. Peacemakers, think of that, peacemakers. We're not just having peace for ourselves, but we're expressing You know, we like to make peace with those we hurt or those who hurt us. We express that we love them. We express that we don't hold against them. We express that we're not that person anymore. We express in peace. And because of that peace, we are as sons of God. We are as God's children. Because we're starting to walk in this way. And that's the only way we can get there is when we learn to walk as He teaches, as He guides us. And as we continue to pray, for those who, you know, what are the things we can say in those prayers? You know? We pray that, like for example, for someone I hurt, I pray that you keep them close, Father. I pray that they become the person that you have designed them to be. Father, I pray that you hold on to them and let them slip away. I pray that they'll learn to trust you and put their faith in you, and that the people you bring into their life, that they can see you in them, in that person, that they can be able to put their trust in that person to help them along the way, to give them strength and courage to become good men and good women, to be good servant towards you, as you have taught me to become. Father, I pray that you would just show them your love and surround it always, daily. And I would say, Father, they are yours. They belong to you, just as I belong to you. They're not mine. And I pray that if they was a son or a daughter, but they're still your child. Not even knowing where they're going, what's happening in their life. That whether they're facing trouble that they can't get out. And it's so important about this because, you know, there's been a battle going on. There's been a battle going on. And it's not between you and that person, but the evil one is coming in there and he messed up. He messed things up. You know that this devil seeks to kill, steal, and destroy. He doesn't care how wonderful things going for you. He don't like you. He don't like me. He tried to get into our life. And for the hurt I caused, it's because he convinced me. I allowed him to convince me. I allowed myself to follow him that I caused the hurt for the other person. And it's been the same way when I've been hurt by the other person. It's because he got in, convinced the other person to follow him. And in Ephesians 6, starting at chapter 11, give me chapter 6, verse 11, Paul talks about, he points out that we're in a battle. But who is it we're fighting? And he says, when we go into these battles, when we go into these prayers, we are facing the actual enemy, the actual person who's causing all the problems. And he says, put on the whole armor of God. It could, like I said, the whole armor of God. And you could read this onward, but it starts in chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And this I'm reading from the New King James Version, because I have my vision disability, I have a blindness. I can read in Braille. I thank God for teaching me that. But anyway, as I said, this is from Paul writing to Ephesians. And he said to him in 6:11, put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And in 12 he said, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against power, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, of right now, against spiritual hosts of the wickedness in heavenly places. Think about that. The devil can still be getting in there. He may have wrecked our relationship, but this devil is working. Sometimes we need to be able to fight. We gotta fight for our loved one. We gotta fight and say, Lord, protect them from the devil. Cast the devil out. Cast his demons out. Do not allow the demon to come around those who have been hurt. Keep them safe. Keep them safe, just as you keep them safe from me. Keep them away from those I love, that you may be able to surround your light around that person, lead them back to you. I pray that no matter what happened, I don't know what's in your will, I don't know, but I pray most that you keep them safe. You keep those whom I love safe. You keep leading them. You keep calling them. You keep them safe, Lord, and keep that evil one from harming them anymore. Keep the evil one from causing pain onto them. This is the peacemaker. This is one who causes peace, even for those who. I know it's hard, even for when it is the person that hurt you.
Low battery.
You want them to be able to change. Don't you want them to be able to change? Just if you have forgiven them, don't you also want them to come back to Christ? Don't you want them to be in Christ if they never came to Christ? Don't you want that? We need to be able to stand up for them and say, God, protect them from the evil one, that you may get a hold of them. They may hear you, they may know you, they may follow you. It goes both ways. We want it for both. The ones we harm and the one who harmed us. And I encourage you to drop to your knees, because this is a very important part of our relationship with Christ too. That we learn to pray and continue to pray for our loved ones, because it is important. And as I said, do it because you just want peace for them. Do it because you love them. Don't do it because you want them back. And I believe you would want somebody back in your life. I want somebody back, but I'm more focused about making sure that I just pray that they're still on the path. They're on a path that I'm on, that I've been following. Like, because in my own walk, as I said, I wish I was this person back then. I was, and I become that person today. I feel I am becoming to know, beginning to walk as I wanted to be the father I meant to be. I wanted to be the husband I meant to be. I wanted to be the son I meant to be. I wanted to be the brother I meant to be. I wanted to be the neighbor, the co-worker, the employer. And God has shown me. Yes, I missed out unless I get the chance to be that back then. But I've been able to come to be that person now. Just like He wants you to be the person He meant you to be. And as you are walking in that way, as I said, pray for those you love. Whether you talk to them at all, don't talk to them very little. Keep praying for them. Keep loving them. Keep them in your heart. And there's not much left I can say, but as I said, it is important. It is a continual prayer for those who are broken.
Low battery.
So I encourage you, continue. For your brothers, for your sister, for your son, for your daughter, for your mother, your father, your best friend, for your former best friend, for your husband, for your wife, for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, whoever that is. Keep them close in your heart. And God will keep them close in His. Thank you for watching this video. Again, my name is Stockard, and I just urge you to continue watching what comes next. So I encourage you to subscribe to this page and follow along to the next one. So I'll see you later until next time. God bless my brothers and sisters.